Hello students, today we are going to discuss about a very important rule which is known as Markovnikov's rule. So by taking the example, let us understand what do you mean by Markovnikov rule. So here we have taken propene, to which we have added a hydrogen halide. What is the hydrogen halide that we are adding? It is HBr. So when propene reacts, or we can say that what is this? This is an alkene. When a alkene reacts with a hydrogen halide, we will be getting the product as CH3, CHBr, CH3 plus we will be getting CH3, CH2, CH2Br. So here you can see that in this reaction we are getting two products, and these two products are not in equal amount. One is a major product that is formed in larger amount and another is a minor product. So why we are going to get these two type of different products, or we are getting two unequal amount products, we will be discussing. So what is actually this Markovnikov rule? When an unsymmetrical reagent like hydrogen halide, or here we have taken the example of HBr, adds to an unsymmetrical alkene, we can say that it is given as what? H plus Br minus. This HBr, it is a polar molecule, H plus Br minus. Here the negative part of the reagent, which is the negative part? The negative part of the reagent goes and attacks the carbon atom with lesser number of hydrogen atom. So the important point here is we have to consider this area. We have to consider this area where the double bond is there. So addition is taking place here. So what happens in the case of Markovnikov rule? When an unsymmetrical reagent is added to an unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of the reagent goes and attacks the carbon atom with what? With lesser number of hydrogen atom. So here when Br goes and attacks this, we will be getting what? We will be getting CH3. Here we will be having what? CHBr, and here this bond will break, and thus this one will be what? It will be CH3, which is our what? Major product, or the product which is formed in larger amount. What is the name of this product? It is 2-bromopropane. And similarly there will be also a minor product, which is what? It is our 1-bromopropane. So we can say that if it is formed in 90%, 1-bromopropane will be only in 10%. So the major product formed is 2-bromopropane, which is formed by the addition of negative part of the reagent to the carbon carrying what? Lesser number of hydrogen atom. Now let us consider what is the explanation for this Markovnikov rule. In the case of alkene, most of the addition reaction in alkenes are initiated by electrophiles, and thus they are called as what? They are known as electrophilic addition reaction. So now let us consider why a major and minor product is formed here. So here you can see that we have taken, or we are taking the unsymmetrical reagent HBr. Okay, so here what happens first? First the addition of H plus ions takes place. Now how the addition of H plus ion, for better understanding, let us name this carbon atom as 1 and this one is 2. So there are two possibilities. The first possibility is that the addition of H plus ion will take place at what? It will take place at first carbon bond. So we can write it as what? It will be CH3, CH. This double bond breaks, or we can say that the H plus ion, the incoming H plus means the electrophile takes away the electron. So we will be getting CH3. And what happens here? A positive charge will be developed. So what is that? It is a carbocation. We have already discussed carbon carrying a positive charge. It is an intermediate. We are getting a carbocation. Now what happens when H plus ion is added to second carbon atom across the double bond? We will be getting CH3. The second carbon atom, the hydrogen attacks the second carbon atom. So we will be getting CH2, and what happens here? We will be getting CH2 plus. Again we are getting what? Here also we are getting a carbocation. So now you see this one is that what? It is a secondary carbocation. The carbocation is in which second carbon atom? It is a secondary carbocation, and this one is a primary carbocation. So we have already studied the stability, where we had studied the tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary and more stable than primary. So in our case, we have got secondary carbocation and primary carbocation, and since the secondary carbocation is more stable, it will be our one predominant. Now this secondary carbocation rapidly or very fastly combines with what is left? Combines with Br to form what? To form 2-bromopropane as our major product. Wait a second. Okay, so we will be getting CH3, CH, CH3, to which what is our leftover? Br minus adds on to this, and we will be getting the major product as 2-bromopropane. This is our what? This is our major product, and this is the theoretical explanation for Markovnikov rule. Now there is another rule which is known as anti-Markovnikov rule, or we also say it what? It is an peroxide effect, or it is also known as what? It is also known as Karsh effect. Now it is the opposite of what? Markovnikov rule. So in Markovnikov rule we have studied what? The negative part of the halide goes to the carbon atom with lesser number of hydrogen atoms. So what will be in the case of anti-Markovnikov rule? It will be opposite of that. So one thing that you have to remember is that in the case of Markovnikov rule, we had seen that the alkene is being added with an unsymmetrical reagent. Whereas in this case you can see that there is an alkene, unsymmetrical alkene is there, unsymmetrical reagent is there. Apart from that, there is also an organic peroxide. Apart from the unsymmetrical or apart from the hydrogen halide, there is one more thing, that is the reaction takes place in the presence of organic peroxide. Generally, which organic peroxide we are taking? We are taking benzoyl peroxide. The reaction takes place in presence of benzoyl peroxide. So it is the anti-Markovnikov rule. So what will be here? Here we can say that the negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom with what? Goes to the carbon atom with more number of hydrogen atoms across the double bond. In Markovnikov rule, it was what? It was going to the carbon atom with less number. In this case, it will go to the carbon atom with more number of hydrogen atom. So you write down what will be our product. We will be getting CH3, CH2, and since it is anti-Markovnikov, we will be getting CH2Br. So in this case, what will be our major product? It will be 1-bromopropane. It is what? It is 1-bromopropane will be our major product in the case of what? Anti-Markovnikov rule. Now let us consider the theoretical explanation or mechanism for this anti-Markovnikov peroxide effect. Now in the case of Markovnikov effect, we have discussed electrophilic addition reaction was taking place, and in this case the mechanism involves free radical mechanism. For anti-Markovnikov, it involves free radical mechanism. So let us see what are the different steps, or let us see the mechanism for this peroxide effect. The very first step is for free radical mechanism, it involves 3 steps: initiation, propagation and termination. So the first step is initiation. What is this initiation? In this case, there is formation of bromine free radicals. What is here? It is the formation of bromine free radical. So here you see we have taken the organic peroxide. What is the organic peroxide? We have already discussed. We are taking benzoyl peroxide. So in this case, the benzoyl peroxide or the organic peroxide of peroxide effect undergoes homolysis. Homolysis means what? There will be equally dividing. The bond will be equally divided. So we are getting C6H5COO, C6H5COO. We are writing it as 2 molecules of 2C6H5CO. And what is that? There will be a free radical, because we have already studied in the case of free radical, what will be happening in the case of homolytic fission? Each electron will be carried by each part of the molecule. So this one From this free radical mechanism, we are getting what? We are getting a phenyl radical. Now what is here happening? This phenyl radical is being attacked by HBr, resulting in the formation of bromine free radical. So here our phenyl radical is C6H5, which combines with our reagent, that is HBr, and thus these free radicals attack HBr, resulting in the formation of, it becomes C6H6 and resulting in the formation of what? In the formation of bromine atoms or bromine free radical. Now our second step is what? Propagation. Now this bromine free radical forms attacks the alkene. So again, for better understanding, let this one be our first carbon and this one will be our second carbon. So in the first case, bromine adds to the carbon 1 and thus we will be getting what? CH3, CH free radical and CH2Br. This one is our what? It is a secondary free radical. Similarly, when the bromine free radical attacks the second carbon, our product will be CH3, CHBr, and what is that? CH2. So here we are getting what? We are getting a primary free radical. Again, we had studied the stability order, where the free radical stability order is same as that of carbocation. So secondary free radical is more stable and thus which one predominates? The secondary free radical predominates. So this secondary free radical, now what happens? It abstracts a hydrogen atom. Let us write here. We have got the secondary free radical. When reacts with the reagent, what happens? This free radical abstracts the hydrogen atom from another molecule of HBr to form what? To form 1-bromopropane as our major product. This one is plus what? We will be getting Br. So here this one is our what? This one is 1-bromopropane and it is formed as the what? It is formed as our major product. So this Markovnikov rule and anti-Markovnikov rules are very important. You have to study the mechanism for these two rules also. They usually come in your exams. Hope this much is clear. Thank you.